Let's bring in ABC News medical contributor and infectious disease specialist, Dr. Todd Ellerin, for more on that. Dr. Ellerin, thanks for joining us. You know, that interview gave me goosebumps because we're hearing from Dr. Klein not only about rising cases in children, but rising hospitalizations in children. These are kids getting seriously ill. You know, I have a little one at home. I have another one on the way. What do you say to parents like me who are feeling scared right now?
Right. I know, Diane, it is concerning when you hear about a very contagious virus. You know that most children are unvaccinated and there are rising cases. But I think the good news overall is we need to take a deep breath and know that most kids do very well when they get infected with COVID-19. That is important. But of course, and I like what Dr. Klein said, we want to cocoon the vulnerable children by making sure we are all vaccinated around them. Vaccination is the best way to prevent transmission to our children. You know, remember, when you look at, there's about 25 million kids that are 12 to 18, and only about a third of them are vaccinated right now. Under 12, of course, no one's vaccinated. So we need to do better and make sure we're all vaccinated to protect them.
So given this rise in cases and rise in hospitalizations we're seeing among kids with the Delta variant out there, how do you think this will affect the upcoming school year?
Well, look, you know, I think that this virus has proven to be so unpredictable. We want to be more aggressive, not less aggressive. I think we know that masking in schools, that works to protect our kids. Even the kids that got infected, we know that most of them were infected in the community. So masks work even when we have an unvaccinated population. Now that we have more kids vaccinated, I think if we go in masking at first, that's going to be the best way to keep our schools open. If the goal is to keep our kids in school, I think we should mask as many of them as possible.
And we've seen guidelines start to tighten again. We're now 4 days of over 100,000 cases. So where do we go from here? And ultimately, when and how do you think things will start improving again?
Right. I mean, you know, okay, there's good news and bad news, right? We'll take the bad news first. The bad news is that we're over that 100,000 mark, and that's not good. Now I'm going to tell you the good news. When you go back to where we were at the last time in the U.S., we were at 100,000 7-day average. It was in February. Now at that time, there were a peak of 4,000 deaths in a day and a 7-day average of 3,000. The current 7-day average is 500. Now that's still way too high, but it's much better than before. So when you've heard me say the worst is behind us, I truly believe that's the case. But, and this is so important, the best way we can decrease transmission across the United States is to get everyone vaccinated. There was a recent study by epidemiologists that basically said giving boosters to those who are already vaccinated, while that may be helpful, that's not the best way to stop the spread. The best way to stop the spread is to convince our unvaccinated colleagues, friends, family to roll up their sleeves and get the vaccine.
Well, and the bright spot here is we are seeing vaccination rates rise again. The CDC says more than half of the total U.S. population is now fully vaccinated. So how important is that, and where do we need to be, do you think, to reverse this new surge?
I mean, Diane, we are seeing, because of uncontrolled replication, we are seeing variants on top of variants. That's what's being formed. So the best way that we can limit that spread is to add the safety measures that we know work. How important is it for us to have that molecular shield that we know protects significantly against infection, unbelievably well against severe illness, hospitalization, and death, and also will significantly decrease transmission. We have to do everything we can. How can we get those unvaccinated to receive the vaccine? It's difficult, but I think we have to work with them, keep talking to them, being honest, let them know that taking a vaccine does not make you less conservative, for example. These are myths that we want to make sure that we are able to promulgate over time so we can do better than just, you know, 70% of Americans have received their first dose. That's just, it's not enough. We need to do more to protect each other.
All right, Dr. Todd Ellerin, always great to have you. Thank you.
Take care, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.